Trees are one of the main parts of urban green space system, which is the most natural living landscape element in the city, and the forest is an important barrier to maintain the ecological security and the sustainability of the city. However, construction, manufacturing, and other industries generate a lot of waste wood that ends up in landfills. When wood rots, it releases gas and contributes to climate change. Let's take a look at how Newcastle Wood Recycling is saving this waste wood. Could you introduce about Recycling C.I.C?
Yeah, so we are Newcastle Wood Recycling, community interest company. I am the founder and director. What we do in our name, we recycle waste timber. We collect timber from construction sites, as an alternative to a skip. And we bring the wood back to our site here and tip it and sort it and process it. And then we reuse as much of the timber as we can. We sell the timber on for DIY. And we make it into furniture, and anything we can't reuse we chop up and sell for firewood, or we send it off to be chipped. So 100% of what we collect is reused or recycled. We also work with volunteers from the community, marginalised groups in the community, maybe people who are out of work or might have learning disabilities, and we bring those people in and they get involved in all aspects of the project. There's a lot of denailing to do, a lot of timber processing. We have the space that we're in was a council depot and it was disused. So we've been fixing it up over the sort of past 9 years. We have done some training with our volunteers in woodwork, but we are kind of developing that part of the enterprise and looking to sort of fundraise for a volunteer coordinator so that we can, reach more people in the community, offer more woodwork training, and then produce more products for our shop.
How do you think Wood Recycling C.I.C has contributed to sustainability?
We've rescued a lot of wood from the waste stream in the region, so we've diverted timber from the waste stream, and pretty much everything you can see around us would have been skipped or chipped and landfilled or recycled, downcycled rather than pushed up the waste hierarchy.
Why do you work with wood in particular?
When I grew up, my dad used to stop next to skips and we would take wood out of skips and repurpose it. So I think I had that kind of instilled in me as a young person, not to waste materials and to sort of, try and repurpose or reuse things. So, and then also my carpentry course, actually working with wood and, producing products out of wood is something that is very satisfying and enjoyable. So for me, that's kind of where the real love came from, was my carpentry course.
Let's take a look at what a volunteer gave from this start.
Well, again, it was just getting back into work again and having that, I think, the sense of accomplishment, doing work that I wasn't accustomed to, learning new skills, being in a new working environment. And having finished that each day, there was that sense of accomplishment and I guess a kind of pride as well that I'd done a good day's work. Again, I was in a routine again. I was mixing with new people and sort of getting my life back together, really.